Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And today I wanted to share a little secret, share a little tip that I can give you guys to I'm sure some of you guys blow accounts. Happens to everyone, even the best traders still blow accounts, but obviously it should not happen as often. Um, so I wanted to give you a little tip, something that helped me stop blowing accounts and actually keep the account long enough so I can build the profit and then obviously get payouts. And that little secret is using prop firms that have that lockout feature on their platform. Or if you already are using one, actually use the feature. Now, a lot of people, for some reason, just don't use it, right? And I don't know why. Because at the end of the day, maybe you're limiting yourself in some ways. But I can guarantee you that you blow accounts only on that second trade and above that. I can guarantee you that you almost never blew an account because you took four, five, six good trades and you lost them all in a row. I can guarantee that all your blown accounts came from taking one loss. Maybe it was a good trade, maybe it was a shitty trade, but taking one loss and then revenge trading and then entering another trade and then losing that trade. And then instead of being down a little bit of money or whatever you risk per trade, you're down twice the amount. And then you maybe start over leveraging. Instead of entering with 5 micros, you enter the trade with a mini. Or if you enter the trade with a mini, you start trading with 2 micros, 3 micros, just to make that loss back, to make that money back. And I can guarantee you guys that if you start using the platforms that allow you to lock yourself out, that's where you're finally going to see some consistency in your trading because you're not going to blow your entire account in one day. Maybe you will blow them, obviously, if you take a stupid trade and lose, and then the next day take a stupid trade and lose, then the next trade take a stupid trade and lose, obviously you'll blow the account. But if you follow your plan, if you stick to your rules, right, eventually you're gonna win a trade, right? And hopefully your wins are bigger than your losses. That's how you become profitable in trading. But this is something that I think almost every trader, every unprofitable trader needs to be using, because a lot of the times, if even if you're very disciplined, even if you're very, very if you follow your plan, all of us have a bad day. Maybe you didn't sleep well last night. Maybe you had a fight with your girlfriend. Maybe you're just not in the mood. Maybe, I don't know, maybe yesterday you took a loss and it's still on your mind. We all have our problems, right? We all have our good days, our bad days. And these lockout features make sure that even on your bad days, you still keep the account. For example, me, I have still to this day, I have a lockout feature on all of my accounts that if I hit my maximum loss, which for me is $500 per 50K account, if I reach that $500 loss for the day, it locks me out automatically. I don't even have the chance to say, to remove that lockout feature or take another trade. It just automatically locks me out. And this has been huge for me because back then I was not able to take a loss. Like, I would take a loss and then I will always look for another entry, always. And that lockout feature was really good. So either you can do it yourself, you can like manually lock yourself out after you lost a trade, for example. But me personally, I'd say uh, every lockout feature, it has an option to put in the setting that you can limit your risk. So, for example, you can say if I reach $500 loss, a loss of $500 for the day, it locks you out automatically. You can do that on Tradeovate. You can do that on TradeC. You can do that on Top Step X. Like you can do it on pretty much most of the platforms right now these days, which is a very very great tool to have. Maybe some of you guys are saying to yourself, "Oh, I don't need the lockout feature. Like I don't revenge trade. I don't do this. Don't do that." Well, if you don't revenge trade at all, good for you, man. Like, don't use it. But even though I would still suggest having that lockout feature, for example, it cannot, like, it can be even something that's out of your control. You know, sometimes Trump can tweet something, and then there's this huge 100-point candle, 100.1 minute candle that goes right through your stop loss. And then instead of losing 500, you're losing 800, you know? So that lockout feature will always just cut it out. Maybe not on the dot, but obviously it will cut it out and make sure that your account is done for the day. And that can protect you. Now, sometimes it can hurt you, but most of the times it will just make sure that your account will be alive for the next day. And this is what's like, this is the most important thing, because think about it. How many times have you sat in front of the charts, took a loss, right? And then immediately you wanted to start revenge trading. Now, maybe you got locked out. For example, me, I every time I get locked out, I want to trade more. I obviously want to trade more, and I'm pissed that I took that loss and now I'm locked out of my account. And maybe there's a good trade that I'm missing. Obviously, you still feel that. But at the end of the day, you're still tilted, you're still mad. You wake up the next morning, you wake up the next day, and it's going to be like your mind is just going to be in a different state of mind because it's a new day, right? Now, everything, obviously, if you're shit at trading, you're just not gonna, like, that lockout feature will not help you. It will just make you blow your account over a few days and not one day, which is obviously better. But yeah, I think that every single trader that's unprofitable, and even if you're profitable, like, I still use that feature to this day, and I'm lock myself out because I know that there's no need for me to be in the market looking for trades after I took a loss, or if I took a loss, if I took a win, if I took a big win, I'm done and I lock myself out because your mind, you start getting greedy, you start looking for more trades, you want to make more money, right? But I locked myself out after a win, after a loss, and after two break evens, which, for example, today I took two break evens and then I just locked myself out of the account because I know I'm tilted. I'm not in the right headspace anymore. After two break evens, your brain kind of feels like in a loss because technically I was up twice to the point where I moved my stop loss to break even and it came back and stopped me out. So your brain doesn't know how to differentiate between actually losing money or between being up, let's say $500, and then it comes all the way back down and takes you out for zero. You understand? So it is very important for me, uh, in my opinion, that almost every single trader should be using that tool because why not? It's there. Just use it. It will help you and will prevent you from blowing your account so many times. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I've been there. I've been there, and still to this day, that lockup feature helps me a lot. So I think you guys can use that too. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys use that. And yeah, see you in the next video. Peace out.